While consumers will now pay more for fuel as of today, both grades of petrol increased by between R1.08 and R1.11 per litre, higher than analysts had predicted. SABC News reporter Jade Paulse and video journalist Thulani Ngcobo are covering that story. Let's cross live to them. Jade, a very good morning to you. Look, how are the consumers dealing with the increase in the fuel prices, which came in at a higher rate than any analyst had predicted?
Well, a very good morning to you, Alicia, and to the viewers back at home. And we've been spending the morning speaking to commuters, especially those that have worked overnight, that had night shift, those that are fueling up this morning. And many of them are really very upset about the overnight increase of petrol, petroleum, just looking at unleaded R24.96 and then diesel per litre, and then diesel R27.10. So really a big push. But just to talk to us about how this particular fueling station did last night with regards to the news, I am joined by Ngcobo, the manager here at this fueling station. Thank you so much for speaking to us. If we look at the news that came through yesterday afternoon and the influx of commuters rushing to get their cars fueled up, how did it look? How did it fare here at this petrol station?
Thank you so much, Jade. Yesterday we were extremely busy, and this is happening now every month end in the beginning of a new month when we are having our fuel price increases. It was just extremely busy. We had to beef up staff because the guys just needed to ensure that we are pushing. So we were really pushed yesterday to make sure that we are able to service our customers as they all rush just to fill up their tanks so that they can save those fuel rands just before the fuel price increase that took place last night.
With these overnight fuel increases, and we've had, I think this is the fourth one this year or the fifth one, I could be wrong, is it affecting business at all?
Yes, it is affecting business simply because our customers, they are fueling litres in rands, not in litres. So I'll make an example. A person who was fueling yesterday would be fueling for 100 rand, and the amount of litres that you are getting out of 100 rand has changed today, but they will come back today and fuel 100 rand again. So that will mean our litres are dropping. Secondly, our customers are now opting for an option of clubbing instead of traveling individually in their cars. So they would park their car and travel together in a car. You'd notice that we are fueling for people. There are 4 people in a car, there are 3 people in a car. You'd find that they all have cars, but they've decided to club and travel together, and that is going to obviously save them on fuel, and that is obviously going to affect the volumes that we are selling.
And I imagine, Mr. Shapa, that people are also very desperate out there. In terms of fuel theft, has there been any here at this fueling station?
Yes, we have seen a rise in terms of fuel theft. We have seen a lot of what we call drive-offs. So a customer would come in with a vehicle and they will ask us to fuel in for 100 rand or 150. And then just when we are about to take payment, the vehicle will just speed out of the service station. And unfortunately, that's money that is very difficult to recover. And all we need to do is to open a case at a police station, hoping that that person would be caught. But most of the time, we are unable to recover that money.
I think many commuters are very desperate. Just in terms of your interaction with some of the commuters at this fueling station last night, what are people saying to you?
People are unhappy, but petrol is a commodity. It is a need. They cannot live without it, so they are just forced to pay for it because fuel is a commodity. But people are unhappy with the prices, but the prices are the way they are.
And I'm just looking at this here, how people have fueled their cars, and it's exactly what you're saying. People are actually fueling by rands and not per litre.
Yes, exactly. So if you look at this now, this is just 7.7 litres. I'm not sure what vehicle was here, but it would not give you a lot of kilometers in terms of traveling. So it means with this amount of litres, it will just be a local traveler, somebody who's just moving from point A to point B, and that's it. But if you want your tank to be filled up, maybe you want 30 litres and above, you'd really need to go deep into your pocket.
Ngcobo, thank you so much, General Manager at this fueling station. I'm going to try and see if Thulani Ngcobo behind the lens can just walk with me and see if we can't get someone to talk to us, one of the commuters who have just fueled up their vehicles. I see this gentleman is here and he's about to pay for his fuel. Hello, sir, you're live on SABC News. Just wanting to ask you, how has the fuel hike affected you, if at all?
It's a lot. We don't know what to say because we don't have that much power to change almost everything that's affecting us when it comes to the fuel. But we have to pay for it.
And I imagine with fuel going up, everything else is also going up.
Yeah, going up. You are struggling a lot.
Is there anything that you've had to cut back on?
It's sometimes you have to cut like your trips when working because it's going to affect you if the gas is expensive. So it's a lot.
Well, I'll let you pay for your petrol and leave it at that. Thank you so much for talking to us. Well, Alicia, there you have it. Many commuters saying that this sudden hike in fuel has really affected them. Some of the fueling stations here, the people that we've spoken to, are also saying that they are really, really desperate. As you heard there, Mr. Sharpa, the general manager here at this fueling station, saying that they're also experiencing a lot of incidents of fuel theft. It's back to you in studio.